Besiktas can dream again. The stands here definitely a place for the hopeful, and no doubt that hope is replicated at just about every major ground in the land. It is time for us all to come together and to believe. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Now the finish! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Nicely aimed pass. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. And he's managed to get rid. And they're back on the ball again. Sané.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
That has been cut short. Barella. Shapes to shoot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Lyon with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now a sudden chance to counter. Throw in. And he's managed to gift it back. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. Barella! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Lyon really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
Rodrigo will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Great defending, strong and determined. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Ambrosini, and it's Zico. And here's Mbappe. Rodrigo. So we're still where we started right now. Foot in. Ambrosini. Barella. Barella! It's run loose. Who's got... Oh, what has happened here? Oh, good-looking ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Owen. That is ended up in no man's land. Lyon do have a chance to counter here. Oh, played right into his path.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, denies... Mbappe! Goal! Lyon! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Lyon clearly didn't help themselves by...
And the shot! No mistake! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
How very smart. He just got it right.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And here's Mbappe. Zico. It's Zico! Oh, he's been... And again! Had a shot! Now it's Sané, and he's managed to get free. Well, that's been cut out, well played. No way through. Tar gets it clear. And he's running through. Good read, needed to be. Danger averted for now. Nedved. He has found the way through.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
That's a shade optimistic. Oh, can he get onto this? Roberto Carlos spots it. And there's the end of the first half. Besiktas head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
It's been a really good watch, but I think the managers will be looking for that extra bit of organisation and focus now, just to try and get a little control on this game.
So both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. And the game has already resumed here. Now it's Nedved. Nedved showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. It's a pretty loose pass. Barella conjures time and space where few can. And it's Zico. Zico going face-to-face with his great rival. Neymar! Loose ball. Oh, it's fallen loose again! That's a half-decent try. Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Zico was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Driving through the middle. Thuram. And the counter is on. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Barella. Zico puts his foot on the gas. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Sané. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Nedved. And he was quick to react. Tar. And Ambrosini gets his pass away. Nedved. He's got the shot away! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Goal! Besiktas! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Changement pour l'Olympique Lyonnais. Le numéro...
Lyon can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Besiktas go into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
No, that was never going to make it. Rivaldo going full steam ahead down the left flank. Mbappe! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Thuram deals with that. And the shot! He has done it! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Seedorf. Interesting ball. Not the most accurate pass. And he's been shifted off it. And Rossini really struggling to influence. And it's Sané.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Mbappe stood his ground strongly. Oh, the movement is slick, and it's Owen. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Rivaldo. Lyon finding their passes. Steaming on goalwards. That's tidy. Back when it goes.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Sané. That's a fabulous ball. There's the shot! Fantastic from Michael Owen! And that may just do it! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's been the outstanding player on the pitch and devastating in front of goal. What a display. What a player.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Besiktas take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Now it's Rivaldo. It's Rivaldo! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Rivaldo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Keeper's ball. And the referee brings it to a close. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done. Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. Hits one! He's delivered all right!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Hazard, that is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And he's managed to get free. Spread it left. And it's Baggio. Baggio takes control of it and he's on the move.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. That is good alertness. Davis. Roberto Baggio. Baggio proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, sweet feet. Roberto Baggio strokes it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he was quick to react. And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Sané. Owen. He has found the way through. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Hazard.
Besiktas are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's found a way through, in towards the middle. Corner number 2 then. Besiktas are looking to go forward now. And it's Hazard. Hazard. That is lovely. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, it's come loose. Yamal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Bergkamp. It's Bergkamp! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Bergkamp clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
So, third corner of the game. Tries a shot! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Hazard demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Arsenal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Besiktas clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Arsenal disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. That's a shade optimistic. Nicely weighted ball. And he's in on goal. Owen! They've done it! And they are dragging it back. Game on again.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Besiktas get themselves back into contention.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, played right into his path. That is great defending, so alert. Vieira. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's half-time here. So on the whole, a very competitive game so far. Goals for both sides, neither in true command. Anything could still happen in this game. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Besiktas really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Owen. Vieira, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Davis. Can he latch on to this? Tar deals with that comfortably. Could move up a gear here. Nedved. Sané. Owen. And the shots. And the shots! It's in! Besiktas back on level terms. That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Besiktas have the chance to go the other way. Oh, that's a key interception. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Van Dijk did well to stay calm there. Arsenal needed that, they really needed it.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Driving on and making good progress. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Arsenal looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in.
And the shots! And here's Baggio. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Owen proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to...
Great hit! Pull it. Pull it. Interesting ball. Oh, no joy this time. Pull it. And it's Davis. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Roberto Baggio. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Van Dijk makes the interception. And it's Hullet. Hullet goes steaming forward.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Chance with the header! Oh, should really have made more of that.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 14.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 11, Bergkamp. Number 23.
Into the last quarter of an hour.
Coming on the field.
Aimed beyond the
Number
defence.
15,
Distributed
Neymar.
tidily. That has been cut short.
Fernando.
All perfectly measured that.
Number 9, Cocoon.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. That has ended up in no man's land. Couldn't squeeze it through. It's a pretty loose pass. Looking for the run. Pull it. Pass is just off target. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Lobbed in behind. He won't be happy with that one. And they're not going to make any further progress now.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
It's Bale! Pull it. Pull it. Puts his foot on the gas. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Pull it. Pull it. Very nicely done. And he's been shifted off it. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get.